How's it everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I poured the small concrete slab completely by myself using a dry pour method. Now that it's cured, I'm going to tile the entire surface and show you exactly how I'm finishing it for outdoor use. If you're wondering whether you can tile over a slab like this, you absolutely can, and I'll walk you through the whole process. Let's go! I originally measured this slab at 242 centimeters, but after double checking, it's actually about 244 centimeters. Not a huge difference, and it didn't change anything functionally. I just wanted to give an accurate measurement. I marked out the tiled area by setting stakes and running string lines 1 centimeter in from the slab edge. This gives me clear reference lines and helps keep everything square and level before I start laying tile. This next step is a bonding primer. It helps the mortar stick better to the slab. I'm just rolling it on evenly, and once it's tacky and not wet, I'm ready to start tiling. Now I'm ready to start laying the tiles. I'm using a thin set mortar made for outdoor tiles, mixed to a smooth, workable consistency similar to loose mud. I spread the mortar using a notch trowel, making sure the notches all run in the same direction, north to south. That way, when I set the tile, I can slide it side to side and make sure the mortar spreads evenly underneath. I'm also back buttering each tile. I'm not sure it's strictly necessary for this project, but it doesn't hurt and it helps ensure full coverage. I'm working carefully and taking my time, using 3mm spacers to keep everything consistent. Once all the tiles are set, I'll let everything cure for 3 days before moving on. After the tiles have cured, I remove the spacers and start grouting. I'm using a cement-based grout. I'm mixing the grout to a smooth, workable consistency, thicker than thin set, but still easy to spread. It should hold its shape on the float without dripping, kind of like creamy peanut butter or soft toothpaste. You want it loose enough to press into the joints easily, but stiff enough that it doesn't slump or run out once it's in place. If it's too dry, it won't fully pack the joints. If it's too wet, it can weaken the grout and lead to cracking later on. I'm going to work the grout into the joints using a rubber float. I hold the float at an angle and press the grout firmly into the joints, working diagonally across the tiles to make sure the gaps are completely filled. Once the joints are packed, I scrape off the excess grout and let it begin to set before coming back to clean the surface. The goal here is to fully pack the joints without pulling grout back out. I take my time and work in small sections. After the grout firms up slightly, I wipe the tiles with a damp sponge to remove the haze, rinsing the sponge often and keeping the joints intact. To finish the project, I'm creating a small slope transition along the edges where the tile meets the slab. I'm using an instant mortar mixed to a firm but workable consistency, thick enough to hold its shape but still easy to pack and smooth. I'm pressing the mortar into the gaps, scraping off the excess and shaping a subtle slope as I go. It's not a big bevel, just a gentle transition that helps everything flow together. Once it starts to firm up, I go back over it with a clean, damp towel to refine the shape and smooth the surface. And that's it, a small project but a big upgrade. From dirt to concrete to tile, this space is finally finished. It's nothing huge, but it completely changes how this area feels. If you've been thinking about doing something like this yourself, you absolutely can do it. No need to overcomplicate it, just start. Take your time and figure it out as you go. Thanks for staying until the end. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, mahalo and aloha.